Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. I'm here with just Jonathan. Tim's on holiday somewhere. Don't know where. But he's going out for a meal tonight, which is very nice. I've got some pretty worrying news for you, Jonathan, actually, and I'll talk about my latest advances in Italy and then explain why we're in for the fight of our lives, I think, as a coalition. So I've taken Rome, and I've taken all the territory down to Rome, and I'll need a bit of a confer on this one because I've got a couple of infantry troops just sweeping down the rest of Italy to see if I can flush it out, but I might pause them because I'm not sure if that's the best idea. So basically, Libya has taken Naples, which is right in the middle of Italy, right next to Rome, and they've taken Palmero as well. And so all of a sudden, what's happened is we've bumped right up against the biggest coalition in the game. So basically, Libya are this grey area down here, and they've pushed up into Italy, right up against my border now. And they've even got a patrol plane over Naples, which is literally ready to attack at any moment.
Right, I'm going to attack him.
Sorry?
I've attacked him now. I've gone to war with him, so I'll try and take down his plane.
Oh, have you? What? Libya?
Yeah. So I've set my planes to attack his. I've got one air superiority. I've stuck it in a stack with a strike, which isn't great against other planes, but it'll buff the health a little bit.
Okay, well that kind of answers my question, because Libya is in coalition with Serbia, which is in red, and also these guys, what they call Turkey, and I think is it Syria? Yeah, it's Syria. So they've got and also they've taken on another coalition member, and it's a random one because if we have a look at their coalition, it's Colombia, and they're the other side of the world, and it's just a bit of an odd country to add to your coalition when they're basically all in Europe or against Northern Europe, which is us. So we've got Poland and France, and we're backed up by the UK, right? They've got Greece, and they've got Libya, and they're backed up by Turkey and Syria. We're against 4 players in the immediate game, and Jonathan has decided we're going to go for Libya, which
well, I've gone to war with him. You don't have to yet. I guess we were going to discuss whether to make that decision or not. Just jump right in there.
But why have you gone to war with Libya, who are quite far away from you, when Serbia might be a more natural choice?
I thought he was attacking you. I thought that's why his plane was there.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, it's not too late to pull back, because once we start attacking Libya, basically we've attacked their coalition, and we would then need to start worrying about Serbia, you see. And so I was thinking, well, are we going to attack their coalition and go up against it, or are we just going to hang back and build and just think about it? So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, you think, like, if you go to war with one person in a coalition, everybody would turn against you. Like, that doesn't always happen. It depends on how much people are communicating and paying attention to each other's games.
Yeah.
So Serbia, I'm not at war with at the minute. Same with Turkey. So if they change their status, then I'll know that the word has spread around, or if I suddenly find troops coming into my territory.
Yeah.
But I think by just attacking, we're having the upper hands. Again, just the aggressive line of play.
Okay, well, I'll take my big stack, and it is a big stack now. I've got 214 hit points out of possible 246. I've got 3 big tanks, 3 recon, 4 troops, and I'm just going to move them into Naples now. Why can't I move directly in? Oh, I can.
I mean, it's up to you. You don't have to go to war with them, but I think if you wait, then he's just going to be moving more troops into Naples. But one thing to consider, and what we'll find out is when I get my planes over there, is how many troops he's actually got in Naples.
Okay. All right, well, we'll wait
If
for
it,
your planes, and then I might move the big stack in. What I have been doing is building up another big stack in Marseille, and it's full of more advanced troops, but I am bulking it out with some of the older, more conventional troops that we started off with. So I've got one main battle tank so far in the stack, and 2 mechanised infantry units, which are the two advanced units, and then I've got combat recon, and you can see all these other standard infantry troops that I'm bringing in as well to bulk the stack. And I was thinking of taking out Spain. However, if we're going to go to war with the biggest coalition in the game, then I might redirect my troops and not go for Spain. So that's the dilemma I've got, because I'd quite like Spain.
Somewhere to build a second home.
It's somewhere to expand out into, to really build the size and might of the army, and then give us a bit more of a, maybe give us a bit more oomph against the coalition when we go against them. How are you doing in your exploits? Have you taken... Who are you going after? Was it Ukraine? Yeah.
I've taken Ukraine's capital. Yeah, it didn't take me long. I don't even know where his troops are. I haven't found any. And then I've doubled back, taken some provinces, and this puts me in a good position to move southwards through Romania. Yeah. So I mean, it's up to you. You could always hold off on attacking Libya if you're not quite ready yet. But you were intending to take all of Italy anyway.
Yeah, part of me wants to just take all of Italy, and part of me just wants to kind of stop at Rome and go for Spain, and then that gives me time to get some boats, because I've been looking at the next option for research, and I've researched the rocket launchers, which is a good thing. But I had another look at the what's it called? It's a elite railgun. It doesn't take a lot, you know. It doesn't take much. You need an army base level 2, secret weapons lab, arms industry 1, and then you just need to research it. And to research it, it's only 1,600 rare materials, but the elite railgun gives you 4 damage against troops, gives you 8 damage against tanks, and it gives you 8 damage against boats. And its attack range is 50, so slightly smaller attack range. Multiple rocket launchers got 75, but I mean, God, that's a powerful unit, isn't it?
Yeah, it's my favourite.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. On other games, I've just had like a stack of 8 of those with a couple of anti-air, and then just waltz them through cities, and it's gone uncontested.
Wow. I'm just going to have a talk through what I'm building at the moment while we buy some thinking time, really, because there's a lot going on here and it's quite a pivotal point in the game. I'm building level 3 army base in Strasbourg, building a level 3 arms industry in Marseille to bump my rare materials. I've got a main battle tank and a mechanised infantry being built, so maybe when they're built I can add them to my big stack and go into Spain. Maybe I can take on 2 wars at once, but I don't know if that's wise. I'd rather focus in one direction. I've got an arms industry level 2 in Nevers being built, arms industry level 3 in Bordeaux, because I've found myself really, really short of components, by the way. Do you find that?
I've had that problem a lot before. In this game, I'm doing quite well. I've started off with 2 component cities, and that's given me a big advantage.
Nice. I think it's because I'm building my new mechanised troops and the tanks. They take a lot of components, and that's what I'm building at the moment. Yeah. So
rocket launchers, they take a lot of supplies. So if you build a couple of each at the same time, then it's quite nice. They balance each other up.
Yeah, that sounds good. I need to research boats because taking over Italy puts me right in the med. And if I take over these coastal cities in Spain, then I'm going to need some sort of sea defence, I think, and that's where we're going to really be a little bit dependent on Tim as well, because he's going to be really important with his naval power. It's going to be critical, really, for our southern defence, especially once we get into war with the coalition, because they're pretty much coastal on the Med. I mean, look at them. It's Turkey, Serbia, and these guys, Syria. They've got so many coastal towns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's one right in the middle. They're littered along the Med, and so I think it's wise to probably hold off a bit and build up our navies. Do you want to call off your attack? And what I think might be better is if I've got an infantry unit just going around Italy, and I think I'll probably see their troops as I mosey on by.
Okay, yeah, I can do. I'll tell you what, I'll move my planes to Vienna for now. The annoying thing is, like, when you're in the air, it immediately declares war, but I'll just change that to a ceasefire. No shots have been fired. Should be fine.
Okay. Let's do that for now, because really we need to talk to Tim if we're going to start a big war with a coalition. I think that'll be good.
Yeah, I was quite trigger happy.
But I'm happy to go for it, and I will go for it, definitely. But it gives you a bit more time to come a bit further south and take over a few more, north and east as well. And it gives me that chance to take over Spain, and I think it gives us a chance just to build our armies, because we will be going, it will mainly be me and you with support from Tim, and so it will be us two going against 4 other countries, and I think we just need to build ourselves a bit bigger first before we commit to that.
Okay.
But I know you like to go in aggressive. But you can still do that with everyone around you. Maybe in the next episode or the one after that, we can hit the coalition.
I'm just going to keep working my way through like the easy targets. So I'm going to try and make some more troops. Maybe take Belarus and Romania, just to give myself a bit of distance between all of these guys. Just keep an eye on Serbia.
You've got a lot of Eastern European countries there that you can take really nice and easily and expand into. I feel as though I've just got Spain to expand into before I would overstretch myself, and I went into Africa, I'd be a bit more open to attack by everyone else. But if I keep it Spain, it's just, I think that'll contain it.
Well, there's no reason why you couldn't move to the other side and help me out with Romania if you wanted to, unless you want all your provinces to be in the same place.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of them all being joined and in the same sort of place. I don't know if that's an old-fashioned way of looking at it. I know that...
so do I. It's like when you start to invade a new continent and you're all moving at the same time, then you do tend to take random provinces, but it's nice just to have all the areas kind of locked off.
Yeah, maybe the homeland can be in one lump, so it's a bit less confusing if you have to go back and defend. But all the new, once you do a mass invasion everywhere, that can be a bit more gun-ho, can't it? I'm pretty short on rare materials. I'm saving them up for the next research. Little bit short on components, but I can build something now. And I must say, actually, I did take a territory, finally, where it's got components, and so I am going to build a local industry level 1. It's right on the border, though, with the edge of Italy, with the edge of the land that I've got. So we'll have to see how all this goes. But we're in for a hell of a battle, whatever happens in this map. It's going to be a real challenge, but I think we can do it. But God, they've got a lot of backing, this coalition. Let's have another look at the coalition. They've got Turkey, Mali, Syria, and Serbia. Okay, Mali. Where was that again? So this is Serbia, this is Turkey, and this is Syria.
West Africa. Yeah, they got a lot of lands, but not a lot of cities.
Have I thought Libya were in their coalition. Have I been mistaken?
Oh,
They're
Libya in
not.
a coalition going on.
I thought they were in the coalition, Libya. Have I just been mistaken? Oh my god, I'm attacking Libya. They're not in that coalition.
Yeah, they're not in any coalition.
Did you think they were in the big coalition?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going after them. I'm taking Italy.
No, okay. Right. Oh, I literally just messaged him to say I declared war on you by accident, but you know,
Oh no.
so well, subterfuge. Yeah, sounds good to me.
What was I thinking? I swore they were in that coalition. I don't know what's happened then. Maybe they were kicked out and they took someone else on. Where's...
So we're cool to be aggressive, are we?
Yeah, definitely. But I was just wanting to be a bit careful about that coalition.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll tell you what, I'm sending a SAM turret to you, so you'll have some air defense.
Oh,
I'm going to sit in Rome.
nice. So where's Mali?
Mali's West Africa. So like south of Morocco.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bit more random then. Okay.
Yeah, we need Tim down here because yeah, you're right. They're definitely going to have some sort of ships between them, some sort of navy.
So between these three, Serbia, and then Turkey and Syria, that's a really core cluster of their alliance, isn't it? But I think we could take out Serbia.
Mm.
And that would certainly put them on the back foot because there's a lot of sea in between Turkey and Serbia.
And that I can't remember what the river's called. Is it the Red Sea to the west of Saudi Arabia? That's such an important area to control.
Saudi
because
Arabia.
it gives you a shortcut from Africa to the rest of the world. Otherwise, you've got to go like the long way round. So if you can have a few ships there and control it, then you can control pretty much all of Europe and Asia and Africa.
Oh wow! So that bit near Israel, it's really critical. That bit going through the sea.
Yeah, you see a lot of battles happening there as well. When, like if a big coalition from Asia clashes with one from Africa or Europe, they'll always be around that kind of area.
Looks like Turkey are biting into it there. They're going after Egypt. So that's quite a big move. That's good if they're warring with Egypt, and Egypt looks quite advanced. They've got army bases built. You know, they don't look inactive. It's difficult to say how much power they've got though. What are these countries? Rogue state Pakistan is in Gaza. How does that work?
Oh yeah, I spotted that before. It's a bit random, isn't it? Because he's like
They're
all the way out. He's left. He's taken over Karachi, and then he's decided, like, you know what? I'm going to go all the way halfway across the continent to Israel.
That must be a very personal decision to have made that.
Yeah, well, I mean, Gaza, that's Palestine, isn't it? This is what I should be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I'll take it back from him.
Okay, so a powerful 3 there, and I thought Libya were in their coalition, but they're not. They must have been kicked out, or who knows? Who knows? Okay, we're in much better standing now. I feel a bit more relieved now. I'm going to go after Spain for sure then. I'm going to wait until these troops join my big stack, and then I'll go into Barcelona. Then I'll just keep following troops into them to reinforce. I'll take over Italy. And I think once I've got Italy and Spain, I'm going to go for Serbia.
And then by that
With your
time, I
help.
should be able to help you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got a little bit of air support. Should have something else by then, maybe a missile launcher or a railgun or something. So that'd be interesting to have. What are you building at the moment?
Another anti-air, another strike fighter. And I'm upgrading my infantry to level 3. And I am upgrading my strike fighters too. So yeah, just focusing on that kind of stuff. I'll churn out a few of these SAM turrets, and then we'll have good air coverage. I'll sit them near your tanks.
Very,
I'm
nice.
upgrading the hospital to level 3, so that'll be a good place where all of our planes can go. Apart from that, I'm not sure. I might look to get some tanks in eventually. I seem to be doing fine with what I've got just now.
Yeah, that level 3 hospital would be very nice to have. I'd quite fancy a SAM turret in Rome. Although I don't know if it might be. It might be a bit more useful in Venice, but once we start attacking Serbia, Venice is the closest, but then they can go across the sea into Italy, into any of that. So that'll be a tricky one. And I might even launch right into the centre of their country and just try and go for their capital, their homeland capital. Do you know what it is?
For Serbia? Belgrade. I tell you, the way to go is gather troops at Budapest and then take Novi Sad, because that's literally on the border, so we have like 10 minutes to respond to it. That's one of his homeland cities. As soon as we take that, he'll rush all of his troops to go and take that. And then if we can hold them off, maybe we can push through to Belgrade.
Has he got an airport? No airport, so it'll take a while to get troops there. He does have an airport in Belgrade, though, so he might rush troops to Belgrade from other areas if he's got an airport.
Well, this strategy, it will all be about the element of surprise, and then as soon as we got to Belgrade, we hold it. And then he wouldn't have a capital, he wouldn't have an airport nearby, and he would have lost 2 of his main cities.
Cool. So I could build up a big stack in Venice to attack him from that side. Fly in. I mean, would you build an airport in Budapest so we can fly in a load of troops, or just bring them around the long way? It's difficult to know. I think he's Jonathan's lost his sound as well, so we'll wait for him to get that sorted out and come back. But that's a good way of doing things, because even though if you haven't annexed a city, you can still build things in that city. So for Rome, for example, I've repaired the underground bunkers. Oh, and I'm glad I looked at that, because I'll repair the airport as well. And once I've got this airport repaired, I'll be able to I'm short of components. I'll wait until I've got components, then repair the airport.
I just cut out then.
Yeah.
I missed the light. Yes.
No worries, I thought you had. But so I was just saying I was going to repair the airport in Rome. I've already repaired the underground bunkers, so it's going to be really difficult to take me out, because I take less damage with the underground bunkers, and I've got a big stack there anyway. But is it worth you? I mean, did you want to would you build airports in some of your unannexed cities for troop movements?
Yeah.
Like Budapest?
Definitely. It just makes things more handy to get your troops to the front line.
I've got an airport in Rome, so I could gather troops in Rome, and then I can fly them to Budapest when the war starts.
That's a tricky one. If you're flying them over the territory, then transport planes can be shot down.
Okay, fly them round.
So I like to try and keep it to friendly airspace if possible. So you could fly to
fly to Paris, then over to Warsaw, and then down to Budapest if you get an airport there.
I think Paris to Budapest is safe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, would it fly just above Graz?
Well, I think like he's less likely to have. I think that would be fine unless he's
Yeah.
literally got a load of anti-air in Graz.
Okay. Well, you can see how important the placement of airports are, because like Paris is miles away, isn't it, for me? And if I had somewhere closer, like Bregenz or even Strasbourg, that would be better. But then they would quickly come out of use once we take over Syria. So, but definitely Rome, for sure.
Like you've got all of your land in one place, but if it's kind of dotted around, then I've done this before. I've sat some of my planes behind an enemy's airport, and then every time they tried to fly troops in, they just got shot out of the air.
Cool.
And it completely stopped their attack because they just like ran into a city and left a bit of land behind them, and it just made it easy for me.
Cool. Yeah, you've got a wealth of knowledge of tactics here for what works and what hasn't, because I haven't come across any of this before, but I can imagine, I can plot. I've played World Wars before.
Yeah. Like you got to be as underhand as possible with some of these things.
I like it.
The other thing is, if you know some units are crossing in the sea, you just stick one ship where you think they're going to go past, because the transport ships, they can't attack boats, and they just sink. Simple as that.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, there are choke points.
You've got to think about how the troops as well. Pardon?
I've got the connection lines on, and I just have them on generally, actually. And there are choke points, especially in the English Channel. There are certainly some in the Mediterranean Sea, around Italy especially. And like you were talking about before, here around where Gaza is and Egypt, there's some proper choke points. I mean, yeah, there's like almost one way through.
Yeah. Some really important ones, like as you said, Calais. You got Gibraltar and Tangier. You get a lot of ships going through there. One I've found is Istanbul is a very important one. If you're controlling any of these Baltic countries, they need to go into the Black Sea past Istanbul, and then Port Said for that little trip down to Asia. And if you just stick a few ships there, then you're in a really strong position.
And I'm thinking a missile launcher in Malaga would be quite nice. That would catch maybe a little bit of sea defence at the mouth of the Med.
Yeah, you could stick like a little gauntlet of them in Fez and Malaga and the provinces alongside it.
Yeah. Take that whole bit. Yeah, ships wouldn't be safe. Be the
you should definitely start taking Spain. I think that would be like. I think that would be quite easy to take, and it'll give you a bit of an advantage later on in the game.
Yeah, I think so. It'll be a really good one. I'm just still gathering the big stack, and I don't know if I should wait until I've built another mechanized infantry and battle tank. I don't think I will. I'll just go for it once this stack is together. So it's going to be complete in 3 hours 19 minutes, and I'll have 3 standard infantry, 2 mechanized infantry, 1 recon combat vehicle for sight, and a main battle tank. So that should be pretty powerful and cover all the bases, and it should all go together and still be at 100%. There's one thing I don't think I've touched on yet in the game, and that's efficiency. If you overstack your pile with too many units, your efficiency goes down, and I did have it once where it was like at 85%. So sometimes it's good to just have just enough units and not overstack them.
Yeah, definitely, because that affects not only their attack and defense but their speed. That's the big one that will catch you out. So if you're invading a country, you've got to split them into lots of 5.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what I find in Spain, if they've got a big stack or not, or if they make a big stack once they know I'm invading. And Libya's going down Libya is going away from Italy. I'm certainly going to take Italy to be mine.
Yep. Yeah. And they would have just, spent a bunch of troops killing Italy's troops. So you're going in as a third party, and everyone else is losing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good luck on your expansion. Any last words? I think we've covered all the bases for now.
Oh no, I'm good. Yeah, I'll just be moving east then south to get some of Romania, and hopefully Belarus isn't a threat anytime soon.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think when we do start clashing with Serbia, we may get a bit of a surprise from their backup, but I think we'll be in a good position. We'll just do it. Oh, that's going to be the fight of the century, I think.
Oh, I've got an aircraft radar contact just above Serbia. Like I'm crossing over to hit that fighter, and I may be attacks on the way. Interesting to see what happens with that.
Oh, right, yeah. So we can see. So you're going for the attack. Your fighter's coming across Serbia, and you're going to go for these like they're more air-to-air units. They're not very good against troops or tanks. They're amazing against other aircraft. Are you not a bit worried about your aircraft getting too damaged by they've got? Oh, they've only got one unit in their stack. They did have two.
Yeah. I think it'll be okay.
Shall I go for them with my?
You see this green dot? The green dot just southeast of Novi Sad.
Yeah.
That is, I believe, one of Serbia's aircraft. So I've got to watch out that he's not going to attack me on the way.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that's the first time we've seen a green dot. My anti-aircraft is still recovering in your hospital. 9.6 out of 15 hit points though, and that's great because he was down to 1 hit point at one point, so he survived. Lived to fight another day. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
rest and recuperation.
Yeah, we'll all meet up tomorrow. Hopefully Tim can make it on, but if not, he'll still be on his holidays. So let us know. And we're going to go into Spain. So next time you see us, we'll be in Spain. I'll have hopefully taken over Italy, and Jonathan will be spreading out east, south, and north, all over the place on his east wing. So thank you for joining us, and it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Jonathan. Great. Over and out.